Okay, this week go to Cincinnati and play a team that have a tremendous amount of respect for, having played them a lot of different times, being here before, and again, it's going to be one of those games where we have to play well in order to win, and just got to make sure we get our guys ready to go out and play and execute. And give everything they have and see where we are. I mean, offensively, the quarterback, Hayden Moore's a good quarterback. He's got good running back in Mike Boone, and then Khalil Lewis and Devin Gray, two of the three wide receivers that have the most catches, have done a really good job. The center's a really good player for him as well, Niehaus. So again, they have the ability to be explosive offensively, run the ball, throw the ball. So again, we're going to have to play good, sound, fundamental defense in order to give ourselves an opportunity. Broughton and Copeland up front are really good players on the defensive line. Young and White, two really good linebackers for them, and then Lyndon Stevens, corner, is a really good corner. So, again, really what it comes down to, though, it just comes down to us executing, doing the things that we're capable of doing, and doing them consistently for 60 minutes. And if we do that, then we'll give ourselves an opportunity to win.
Tony Watkins out this week?
Yeah, he's in concussion protocol. He won't make it back. We do get Chris Britton practiced, Jason Thompson practiced today, Kyle Buss practiced today. So again, we'll get some guys back that we didn't have, hopefully, as long as there's no setbacks here during the week. But, we expect all those guys, back ready to go.
Randy, do you tend to sense anything different about the way seniors are acting or feeling in a week like this?
No, I mean, I talked to them today, this morning after practice, and I just, I just said to them, I said to the whole team, I just said, for some of these guys, this is the last time they're ever going to play the game of football on Saturday. They're not ever going to put the uniform on again. So what they need to do is make sure that they're doing everything possible to prepare themselves to walk off the field victorious this Saturday. So in the last game they've ever played, they can say they won. And then everybody else, needs to do their part to help those seniors and other guys, give them the opportunity to be able to do that. So that's what you hope for. And like I said, it's the reality of it. There it is. It's going to be the last time that some of these guys ever put the uniform on. The other thing is, I told them too, it's the last time they're ever going to put the Connecticut uniform on. And if that doesn't give them enough incentive, enough pride to go out and give it everything that they have and prepare the right way this week, and then to give it on Saturday, then they've been stealing from the university for the last 5 years. And what this university has done for them and the opportunity that it's given them. Make sure you go out and show how thankful you are for that opportunity, and go out and give it everything you got.
Where have you seen the most improvement in your team this year, whether it's in practice or on the field on game day? Where have you seen improvements?
Well, the one thing, to me, I mean, I thought, practice-wise, we've gotten better in terms of knowing how to practice and practicing at the expectations that we had. It still isn't good enough, but it's gotten better. And then also, I mean, just competing. I mean, if you put the film on at the beginning of the year to where you are now, you'll see a whole different intensity level, whole different, situation in terms of guys, going hard. And if you don't have those things, it doesn't matter. And, we got better. There's guys that got better at fundamentals and techniques. But some of the other things that we need to really get good at, we couldn't address during the season. That's get bigger, faster, stronger. We couldn't address that during the season. Can't do that at that time. That'll happen starting the following week after Saturday.
Randy, I know you brought up the term bigger, faster, and stronger a few times. Among those three, which one has struck you most that you need? Bigger, faster, or stronger? They can't all be equal.
You don't know that now. Not so fast there, Jeff. Not where I sit, they could be equal now. No, I think the biggest thing is, and I addressed this at the end of the spring last year when we tested our guys, and you know I went through everything, and I sent an email to our to all the coaches. I sent it to David and Beth, the sport administrator, and I just told them that we're not big enough. I mean, we're not a strong enough team, and we're not a fast enough team. Those are the two areas to me that were glaring, you know, when I finally got a chance to look at everything, to see guys compete, and then also to see guys in terms of what they were doing in where we were in the weight, and then what we were able to do in terms of timing. And so that was the thing. It was strength, and it was lack of speed. And that's the things that we're trying to, the speed is we're trying to help that, you know, in terms of as we go forward from a recruiting standpoint, and then also from a strength standpoint of as you recruit guys, what kind of high school program they come from, is the weight room important, and all those sort of things. And then as they get here, is to understand, I mean, Coach Klein's going to have a big job on his hands, you know, after Saturday. Huge job. And but those are the two biggest things.
Speed-wise, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Mensa and Coyle would strike me as two guys that are extremely athletic, that are from around here. Is it, I got this is an old question if I asked this 20 years ago, is there enough around here, or are you going to have to reinvest geographically to get that kind of talent that you want to get?
No, I think the thing, Jeff, is what we did before. You know, there's kids here in this region that are more than capable to play here and to do the things that we're looking to do. But really, the geographic footprint for, you know, what we're looking for really isn't any different than what it was when I was here before. And again, and those are the places too. You know, we were down in Texas, you know, before. We're down there now. We were in Florida before. And plus, it helps now, you know, we're playing teams from those areas. So that helps. You know, we might go to California just because there's kids out there that can run as well, and if there's kids that have an interest. But for the most part, you know, the areas that we were in before, you know, there's plenty of guys there. You just got to work at it. You know, and the other thing that's important that I think is the ability to have camps. You know, so kids can come here, so you can see them yourself, and you can watch them, you can time them, you can watch how they interact, all those things. And that was one of the things that, you know, what we did before and we're doing again. You know, because we can see kids and you see they have the ability, you see they have the work ethic. So now what you do is you bring it here, they want to work, you know, and now it's our job is to develop them. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, there is enough in the footprint, but that footprint includes Florida, it includes Texas, it includes there. I mean, we're not in a state, we're in a region where, you know, you have the numbers that you have in some of these states that, you know, the Floridas, Texases, and places like that, Georgia, you know, where there's 4 and 5 guys in one school that are Division I players. You know, that would be very, very rare up here. But, you know, the other thing that you have the advantage of up here, too, is the prep schools have become bigger. Those have become bigger where there's guys there that you can get people from there. And, you know, and the other thing is it's just a matter of working at it, you know, and evaluating, making your own evaluations and doing that, and not worrying what anybody else is going to think or say in terms of who you sign, because as long as you believe it, you've watched game tape and not watched highlight tapes, you're probably not going to get fooled as much. Or you go out and see a kid play live, or you go in and you ask those tough questions, you know, of the high school coach or the coaches that are there in the school to make sure, because, you know, now we can't afford to make a mistake. You know, we can't afford to make a mistake. And with the other situation you have now is with the cap of 25. You know, you got to make sure academically that those guys can get in, because if you sign them, and they don't make it, you lose that scholarship for that year. You can't go out and find somebody else in place. You know, so again, we've been working diligently, you know, since, you know, we've been here to make sure that, you know, we're going to get, and we got to find the right type of guys here. You know, there's going to be some guys here that we can't get in school that maybe other people can. And that's, you know, that's the nature of the business. But, and then we got to find the guys that aren't willing to work or prima donnas or think they're going to be enabled to come here and do that. That's not going to work either. And it didn't work before, and it's not going to work, you know, work now. I just told the team, I said, you know, the thing about it is, you know, we have this slogan this year, it's earned, not given. You know, and I told them on the field, I said, you know, one of the issues that I have nowadays, I said, in the generation I grew up, you had to work for everything you had. Now everybody wants their handout. Everybody wants something for nothing. And they want to be enabled and entitled. And that's hard for me to, you know, I'll never embrace it, but it's hard for me to watch it. And it's going to happen as long as I'm the head coach here. You know, guys are going to work. You know, you're not going to be enabled. You're not going to be entitled. Then, you know, those are the things you got to break. And those are the kind of, you know, you got to find guys that don't have that mentality or haven't been catered to like that, or haven't been held accountable, or haven't been held to a high standard. You know, because some of those guys are never going to change. So, you know, that's the challenges that you have. And I know we're on the right track in terms of, you know, having those people here and getting our guys to really understand that message.
On recruiting, you guys were on the West Coast a lot in the spring, specifically in Vegas with Bishop Gorman and as well as California. Guys on the staff, did they already have contacts out there, or is that something that you're looking to develop?
Yeah, and one of the person that